Hey traders, a quick update here on nat gas, gold, silver and crude oil, starting with natural gas. But before that, if you have not already signed up to the webinar INFX is conducting with me on 25th of this month, where you will learn some market dynamics, where you will learn market correlation. For example, if you are trading gold, how you look at the dollar index. If you are trading crude oil, how you look at the Canadian currency, which is the commodity currency as well. So you will learn tons of knowledge there, and I'll be there as well. If you have any questions, I will answer it right away in the webinar. And also, it won't be a public webinar, it will be a private webinar. Sign up with the link in the description. Just type your first, last name and your email address, and in the message just type I am interested, and I will send you a confirmation email few days before with the webinar link. So make sure you do that. You will get tons of knowledge there. So let's start our analysis with natural gas. Now, I normally do educational content over the weekend, but it is very important to address this psychological factor here on this trade example we just took yesterday in the priority group. I've also mentioned these conditions in my yesterday's videos. The psychological factor I was talking about is the noise out there. I know there's lots of noise out there that there's a war happening and you shouldn't be selling the commodities, or you should be buying the commodities only. But I'm a technical trader. I look at fundamentals as well, but majorly I look at technical factors. But if the technicals is aligning with my fundamentals, then it is a cherry on top for me. Now, if you listen to my analysis every day, I've been telling that we are in an uptrend. And in these type of situation, I know the commodities get affected a lot and mostly they push higher. But that doesn't stop me to enter my trades technically if I get a signal. Now, fundamentals, the commodities might get expensive. Yes, we are in an uptrend. I'm not stopping myself for that. But technically, we are also reaching the supply area. With that, if we have a signal like a bearish candle, or if we have a divergence in the RSI right here, we have a good divergence, price is making higher highs and RSI is making lower highs. So technically, we are getting a very good bearish signal, and we have a bearish candle right here. We have a 382 candle and we have a divergence, means we have a weakening in momentum and a very possible chance that we can get a pullback. That pullback is enough to hit your target before the price will push up and continue to push up in a trend. Now, let me show you what I've said in my last video so that you can understand the conditions and entries. I want to give you a heads up here. We can get a possible double top pattern which we are getting from this rejection zone. So mark your rejection zone, something like this, from the top wick to the bodies of the candle right here from the first top, and now we have a pattern set. So at this point, if this candle closed as a bearish engulfing candle, we have a good sell signal. If it closed as a red candle, we still have a sell signal, but that will be an aggressive sell signal. So bearish candle right here, that will close in a couple of hours. In that case, we will have an entry and target will be again 1 ATR, and then you can manage it accordingly. If you want to manage it 2 ATR, that's totally up to you. I'll personally keep my stop loss. Let's say the candle close here, I personally keep my stop loss above this pattern and then go 1-to-1 initially and then manage it accordingly. That is how I place my positions. So look for a good pullback. We have an overbought situation in the RSI. We're also getting a divergence in the RSI, and then if we have a double top pattern, we have a good RSI divergence. In that case, I will go short. I only want to see a good bearish engulfer within this rejection box, and we can get a very big pullback, maybe till 20 EMA or 50 EMA, and have these zones on the charts, a zone from where we will look for another buy trade with bullish engulfers or a double bottom entry condition. Awesome. A nice take profit hit with all the conditions I've mentioned, a 382 candle, a red candle, and that was a valid double top, and that hit our take profit with this long wick. So that is what I call entering a trade with conditions and with rules. A very good example here before we continue, and it's very important for you to understand the uptrend doesn't mean that we are not gonna get a pullback. If the price is pushing up in an uptrend, our goal is to grab some profits out of the area of value, the resistance zones, or you call it a supply zone, from where we can get a possible pullbacks, and then the price will push up in a trend. Now this pair has been trending higher. What trend do you see here? You see a nice uptrend, right? And if you see here, every time the price pushes higher, we did not get a pullback here, that is fine, but pushes higher, we have a double top, we had a good pullback, then it pushes higher, we have a hit of resistance, we had a bearish candle, we had a good pullback, then the price pushes higher, we had a double top, we had a pullback, the price pushes higher. Then we had another push up. Right here we took this trade in the periodic group. We hit the level of major resistance. We had a big pullback here. This is a big news candle where Bank of Japan intervened and the price pushes lower. This big candle was a reason of a Bank of Japan intervene, and that causes a candle to push down. Now I knew that that is the level of intervention, and I also know that we are getting to the level of major resistance. In this case, I was expecting just a pullback. Technically was a good bearish condition. Fundamentals was also expected to price to push lower, and that has happened. But did the price start to push higher? It is still pushing higher. Every time the price hit the zones, it always gives you a pullback and then it pushes higher. Now it is possible the price will make a new high, push above this high, and then use this zone as a trend continuation zone and keep on pushing higher. So that is the concept of an uptrend, but it won't stop me to take my counter trades. Now this was another winning trade I've sent to the members, and I got lots of messages that we're gonna break above this high and price will push higher. Now the worst case scenario that could have happened, I'm not saying that every time the price will do same thing, it will hit my take profit. It could have pushed higher and hit my stop loss as well, and I was prepared for that. I was prepared with my stop loss here. If that would have happened, I would be out from the trade. That is how you need to be trading. Trading without stop loss is really risky, and especially if you are trading with your hard-earned money, you shouldn't be doing that. Always place your stop loss, because in case of big news events, dramatic push-ups or falls can happen. So we should be prepared when we are taking our trade. But fortunately, we have a good trade in the priority group and take profit has been hit. Now also, if you remember in my video, I've clearly mentioned that we have a rejection zone here, and if we have a 382 candle here or a pin bar or a red candle, everything has happened. We have a red candle at the rejection zone, we have a pin bar here at the rejection zone, and we already entered our trade right here. So we are already in the trade, and if you are my student, you could have entered here as well. That would be a better reward to risk ratio. You could have made more money than entering right here, but that is also fine. That is also a valid condition as long as we did not have a candle closed above this box. The wick is allowed to go. If you have seen my video where I've shown how to trade double tops and double bottom patterns, then you know what I mean by that. The video is also in my playlist. Should you wish to see, you can go ahead and check my playlist where I've shown the natural gas double top and double bottom entry. So the candle did not close above, means the price has been rejected here, and then we had a good push down, and that hit our take profit with this big wick. Now I've also mentioned that I'll be looking to enter my buy trade from the area of value here. I've already sent these zones to my members, or I'll be looking to enter my trades something like bullish engulfing candle above 50 EMA. Now a very important point here, for my next bullish trade, I'll be only take an entry if this current candle, only this candle, which will close in next 3 to 4 hours, if this closes back up and closed as a bullish engulfing candle. If that happens, I will have my buy signal, and that is a valid buy signal according to my rule. And if you are my student in MMTA, you know why I'm looking at just this candle. If this closed as a bullish engulfer, we have a buy signal. If this closed as a bearish candle, then I will not look for my buy entries. Then my next buy entry will be only if we have a dramatic push up above this high, or if we have a push down to the zone below that has been recently broken above 50 EMA, and the zone that has been recently broken, in case you missed it, right here the number in blue. So these are the conditions I'll be looking at for my next buy trades. For now, we are still in an uptrend. This is just a pullback in an uptrend. We can get a push down again and get a reason to enter above this area or above 50 EMA. That is when I will take my buy trade. Or if we have a push up dramatically above this high, then I will look for another buy trade. For now, I'm just looking for the condition. I'm paying attention to this candle, especially if this closed as a bullish candle, that will be my buy signal. So keep an eye here and look for your conditions accordingly. Right, and next one we have capital.com, exactly the same conditions right here. I've mentioned we had a nice 382 candle right here, and just one single candle hit your take profit. A good successful trade here. Now at this point, I want to see, of course you can't see this as a bullish candle. If that happens, that will be an invalid entry and won't be taken as a valid entry. On this platform, I want to see a push down, a red candle, then a bullish engulfer must be above 50 EMA and within this zone. If that happens, we have a good buy signal. Otherwise, if we have no signal here, I look for a new high above this high, and then I look for a pullback followed by bullish engulfers and keep on taking longs until we are at the upper level of this resistance. I've already mentioned in my yesterday's video. In case you missed it, the zone above is right here, and I've already mentioned these zones at the start of the video with a screenshot. Just take a screenshot of it so that you have your zones ready on your charts. So these are the conditions I'll be looking at to enter my buy trades. For now, exactly the same on NEMEX, pull back to 50 EMA, bullish engulfers, and keep on taking longs until the price hit the next level of major resistance, which is right here in blue. Next one, we have gold. So a nice push up out of gold, and I've already mentioned this entry in my yesterday's video. So let me show you what I've said in my last video so that you can understand conditions and entry. And now we're getting a possible pullback. If this candle closed as a bullish engulfing candle, in that case we have a valid buy signal, and I will go one ATR for my target, which is $7, 7.8, almost $8 will be my targets. So that's what I'm looking at for gold. If you have a condition, we are good to go along from here. Nice one. So if you are my student in MMTA, you know our 6 rules are met here, and if you have followed me in priority group, you have seen this type of pullback entries already if you follow me from a couple of months in the priority group. So we have a good condition, a bullish engulfer mentioned yesterday. With that, I've mentioned that I will look for one ATR target, and ATR of this candle is 8.3, and as you can see, the $10 target has been hit nicely more than one ATR. So price is pushing higher. I'm still looking at buy condition. We can get another pullback above 50 EMA followed by bullish engulfer, exact same condition. If we have that, I'm going to take another long trade till the price hit the next level of major resistance, which is right up there. 1889.31 goes up to 1907.01, from where I'm going to enter my sell trade with conditions like bearish engulfers, double top, 382 candle. All these are my bearish conditions. Once we are in the zone, I'm going to look for my sell trades with conditions only. Last one, we have crude oil. So as you can see, the price came back to the level of support. Now what I'll do here, I'll mark my rejection zones something like this, and I'll look for a double bottom pattern, and I'll wait till the price hit the area of value, a double bottom rejection zone. Again, the wick can go below, but the candle cannot close below. If the candle closes below this rejection box right here, in that case we have a signal that price wants to continue to push down in a trend after making a new low and keep on pushing lower. If you have a rejection with bullish engulfer here, something like this, if you have a rejection followed by a pin bar, 382 candle, bullish 382 candle, in that case we have a buy signal, and I will take another long. I'll keep my stop loss below this rejection box, take profit wherever you want to take it according to your own risk appetite. So that's what I'm looking at for crude oil. Once we have a condition, we are good to go for our trades. For now, I'm not looking for any trades till the price hit my rejection box or break below this low for another sell trade, or break above 50 EMA for another buy trade. So these are the conditions I'll be looking at for crude oil. So that's it for commodities, guys. If you are getting value out of my videos, please do not forget to hit the like button. For me, it really helps me in the YouTube algorithm. Any questions, you can always DM in Instagram, or you can email me at support@moneymarkers.net. Hope you traded green rest of the week. See you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.